Hello, and let's look at 0rbitalis. This game caught my attention pretty quickly. It was on, or I got a coupon, and that was one of the more effective coupon gets. Sorry for my phone there. I'm always so bad about turning off my phone right before I record one of these, so I'm going to take care of that. But no, I saw I had the coupon in my inventory. It was 75% off, and that's pretty cool for an early access game. Knocked it down to like $167 after tax, something like that. Super, super cheap. So I figured, why not just go ahead and try this? It's basically like iPhone app level pricing, and even though I don't have an iPhone, I don't know what frame of reference I was going for there. Still, regardless, this is an early access. It's very unpolished, but I thought maybe some other people out there would be kind of interested, so I just go ahead and knock out a video real quick and hopefully answer some quick questions anyone might have about this. So let's go ahead and jump in. We've got quality is already high. Medium, low, high, yeah. This definitely reminds me of a few Flash games I've played in the past, so if it seems kind of flashy, you're not alone in this particular perception. So I did say to wipe my save data before I started this. All this other stuff, I can full screen or not full screen, no big deal. And, but yeah, we got Dose One, who did the music, and I think that's kind of awesome, and Mastertronic, who I have never heard of before. But anyways, to start the game, you hit M, and it goes to your star chart. And here's your star chart. This is basically your level select. I think these might be hidden levels. I really don't know. I haven't gotten so far in the game as to really know what's going on in all of this. I think it's a fun little distraction, but I don't know when I might actually sit down and pursue this to the ends. Let's go ahead and just start at the beginning, naturally, and hit 0rbitalis here, which, what do you know, there it is, the title. So, in the tradition of, say, what's it called? Osmos, is it Osmos? Osmos had a very strong sort of orbital mechanic to it. You basically just sort of shoot your little red diamond thing around in this kind of trippy digital universe and try to establish an orbit or some other kind of flight path that's going to survive for as long as possible. And I'll show you in the next level. First of all, I think this is a really cool way to deliver a leaderboard. So you actually have your numbers, and then you can kind of see where you are on the bell curve of how everyone else plays the game. So, but yeah, so as you can see, you kind of establish, you can see kind of where you're going, and you can kind of predict from there. These you don't want to hit. You got the triangle here, and this sort of tetrahedron. I'm not really sure if that's the right word for that. And then you have kind of your sun here. Very strong emphasis on kind of the orbital mechanic here. But you go ahead and let it launch. You have a limited amount of time. You are slowly descending towards the sun. And then, yes, this ring around the edge, as you can see. I can't really point right now because it took away my pointer. That's your timer you want to survive for. So you want to continue surviving until that timer is complete. And then you can sit here and wait for your orbit to finally die down and hopefully make it through some of those leaderboard numbers and feel real good about yourself, which is kind of fun. Excuse me. So there we go. I did 23 seconds, which is somewhere about the middle. And even though it looks like the vast majority, it's the middle of the entire set of numbers that are possible here. But the majority of players have 7 seconds, which is just enough to pass. Or maybe even not that, I'm not really sure. And then 35 seconds at the upper end, if you can achieve that, and you are in the top 5th percentile of Ratata, and all is well. So we'll go to the next level. I haven't noticed a whole lot of complexity. We'll go ahead and play to the second zone, since these are really pretty simple and not a lot going on. Well, I just totally failed at that, so I will you know, I draw your own conclusions from my own commentary on whether or not you might like this kind of thing from that. I definitely, I think these are interesting, but like I said, I've played the Flash game version before. I've played Osmos, which I thought was a incredible game, and I really enjoyed the ambience of it, even though the actual orbital mechanic is not really the focus of Osmos specifically. I enjoyed the orbital parts of the game because it really had kind of an interesting sort of twist on thinking about how you project yourself through space. And this has got kind of the same thing going for it too. You have to really think ahead and kind of calculate in your head how you want to actually go about to achieve things. And there's a lot of forethought involved. in order to kind of go, well, yeah, this should kind of work. And, you know, you get your little curly cues there that let you know what's going on, but it'll also let you know, well, you're going to die pretty soon if you try to do that. So maybe you need to think about this a little bit more. So we can go ahead and try to do this, and it's going to take me out of bounds. Out of bounds is a thing in this game, not so great. And let's see, I did this completely by luck earlier, and I think there is a significant or a non-zero amount of luck that goes into actually playing this game, and so once I think it's very unpolished, like I said. I think maybe you can go for a little bit of extra prediction without feeling like you're cheap or breaking the game or anything like that, and still be able to kind of accomplish the goals set forth in this game of being able to kind of calculate your path and, you know, but regardless, I think this is a good little time sink. I think it's kind of fun. It's a neat puzzle in a different sort of aspect. In a genre of puzzlers that is not often explored, the sort of rocket science. Is telemetry what I want to say? I need to look up telemetry and find out if maybe that is the correct term for what it is I'm thinking of here. Man, I am doing not great here. Like I said, though, before, I kind of just totally by the seat of my pants managed to find a successful... Oh my god, that little tiny triangle got us. By the seat of my pants, I discovered the correct route here, and I don't even know if I can really claim any sort of solid victory from that. It was completely a guess, and it looks like we might do pretty good here. Oh my god. Oh, this time requirement is so freaking awful. I really want to get to the next area to see if they do start introducing new mechanics. That would make me really happy, because this is, yeah, really straightforward, not a lot going on. I'm going to go out of bounds. Oh, God. What do you expect from me, game? Well, your demands, they're crazy. All right, let's see what happens if we do this. Is that going to be... That's going to... Oh, we're going to curve back, and that arc is going to be enough to give us a lot of time. Oh, okay, and we made it. There we go. Like I said, maybe just slightly luck-based. I definitely won't deny any accusations to that effect. Let's go ahead, and this one is also very much a... I got lucky as well, I think. How did I do it? I did it kind of on the outside here, so let's try that again, and basically just using the curlicues to our advantage and getting as long of a sort of hairpin turn kind of arc, which will artificially inflate the amount of time it takes for us to circumnavigate this map, and by extension also allow us to win, because the more time you spend up, it doesn't matter exactly how much distance you're traveling or how successful your orbital path is, it's all a matter of time. So if you can figure out how to get a really tight little loop, then there's no big deal behind that at all. So any second now, yes, here we go. We're going to go ahead and try out this level, see if there's anything new in here. It looks like there is a whole lot more crap to avoid, and otherwise nothing like some kind of blue sphere that's repulsive or anything, but that might be later. I don't know, it might be worth it to kind of meddle with it, but I don't really feel... I mean, as an honest kind of review and a first impression, I don't feel necessarily entirely engaged by this. I think it's neat, and I think the art style is really cool. And like I said, there's not enough games like this, but I don't think this one is necessarily doing the genre any favors. It's just sort of simple and, you know, time wastery, and you can fiddle about with it. But this whole not set starting point kind of mechanic where you're slowly drifting around with everything else to start with, and also kind of gives you a time limit to decide on how to act. I don't think that does this game any favors. It's too variable. You can't really sit down and go, well, if I do it like this, let me kind of think this through. It's a very dynamic start, and basically what that's doing is, well, did I just get a hint? Is there a faint red arrow there specifically to let you know this is how you don't fail? I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Maybe you have a limited number of these to use. I'm kind of curious. I just noticed there was a little ghostly red arrow that was not mine, and I was like, oh, is this my friend? Let me show you. Let me see if I can go to this on the next map. No, there isn't one on this map. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Either way, I think, but yeah, first and foremost, it's on sale right now for like $1.75, something like that. And without the sale, it's like $6. And, you know, buyer beware. There we go. Yeah, there's the hint after I failed. It gave me a little ghost arrow to go by. But apparently I did it wrong anyway, so who knows. Let's go like that. We want it to line up just right. Yeah, see, it's depending on what part of the actual start that you go on, and once again, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I like that at all. And even then, it didn't really help. It was more of a suggestion that was kind of like, well, this should work if you're not a freaking idiot. And if there's one thing I like to prove is my idioticitude, if not my incredible imaginary vocabulary. So there we go. That did not work. Okay, so I think I'm done here. My job is done as far as describing to you what is going on in this game. You should know what to expect now, and if you're into this sort of thing and kind of figuring this out, or maybe just out of incredible enraged defiance you want to like prove me wrong and be like, no, this game is brilliant, it's designed in an incredible way, then that's totally legitimate. Oh, well, it's giving me an alternate route here. Let's try that really quick. Either way, if you're into this sort of game, you might as well pick it up while it's on sale, and that would be really cool. And, you know, support the developers, and maybe they'll continue to make this game and clean it up, and then come up with, I mean, and not to be overly judgmental, but maybe a slightly more clear design set idea that really leads you to, instead of going, oh, hey, here's a suggestion that should work, I think maybe a slightly more clearer idea of what's going on in this game would really help out and make it that much more enjoyable, kind of having a goal. Oh, it just moved me to the next level. Thanks. I feel real good about that. Now we're in the Orc Cloud. Hey, we do have little blue things though. My request was answered, it seems. So I don't know what this necessarily means for gameplay wise. It looks like we just have little ice comets and we're gonna die anyways. And I'm like, hold on, let me see if I can destroy one of these. Well, we'll use this one hint arrow. Either way, for a let's look at, I figured this has already gone on long enough. Man, that is... It's like, I think I line it up, and I do everything, and I wait for the angles to kind of match, and I die anyway, so whatever, really. And I guess those are just hazards, so you can totally hit them, and they'll destroy you, but they don't really provide any sort of gravitational reaction, or at least not enough of one to make any difference on your gameplay. I really want to hit one now. Oh, and they're also random, so it's not even necessarily a puzzle. It's just sort of a, hey, well, this is happening. Good luck. So I don't know how I should feel about that. Yeah, they seem to affect your gravity, but maybe you can't actually collide with them. Yeah, because I'm not getting like the little red doomy signifier of not goodness. So that's got to be like, yeah. So you can't crash into them, but they provide very little sort of gravitational resistance. So I guess that's something else. But yeah, I don't know. I think the game's a little too random to be a puzzle, and it's a little too unreliable to actually feel like you've accomplished anything other than got really lucky with one shot after looking for a while. So, yeah, do what you will with that information. I've already purchased it, which means that I will do my best to play it and kind of enjoy it and justify the amount of money I spent on it. So, and that's me. That's how I deal with these sort of things. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this Let's Look At, and I hope you found it informative. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, go watch my other videos and stuff like that. So, thanks a bunch. Have fun.